Juvenile diabetes is something we talk a lot about here on Live in the D because Brandon is type 1, his son also with the disease, and we know this impacts thousands of families all across our area, and that's why our next guests are here. This is Dr. Fred Whitehouse and Amy Ohmer, both working with the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation in this upcoming mega summit. We know that information is power, and really what you're hoping to do for families living with this disease or having children live with this disease is empower them.
Of course.
And you've been at this how long?
As a physician since 1949. As a human being since 1938. When I was 12 years old and my brother got diabetes at type 1 at age 8.
And in those days...
I had the chemistry set that a 10-year-old would have.
Yeah.
So I learned how to test the urine for sugar, give shots, not spill over the urine test on my mother's stove.
So you started your practice at the age of 12 then,
yeah,
basically.
But I didn't have a license.
All right. Well, I'm glad you do now. But you have watched this evolve. There weren't a lot of options back in the 30s and 40s.
2 insulins, one long-acting, one short-acting, and the one long-acting had already been there for a year.
And now we're up to the point where your kids can wear monitors. The testing has become a lot easier. What are we going to learn at this summit that can help families?
This is a summit that has a little bit of something for everyone. We have education. We have topics on how to manage babies and toddlers living with type 1 diabetes all the way through our children, teens. We have a women's track summit that will be sharing information about pregnancy. We have health, nutrition. We have prevention, and we also have the basics. We have how to take care of your type 1 diabetes. And
we know that this can, if you're pregnant, diabetes can rear its head in the middle of your pregnancy, and it's really blindside expectant moms.
It can, and having the knowledge up front, if you're thinking about getting pregnant, or even if you are in the middle of your pregnancy.
And it runs in the family.
That's right. You can come to the summit. You can learn more. We have brochures and handouts. We have all sorts of information, plus experts. We'll have speakers that know their stuff and can help you through it.
All right. While adults are talking about serious and boring stuff to the kids, what are the kids going to be doing?
Wow. With juvenile diabetes, we especially think of the children. So for us, we're offering a kids camp where kids ages 5 to 12 can come in. Parents can drop them off worry-free for the day. It's staffed by nurses, CDEs, we have volunteers, and they will see hundreds of other children that are there also going through the same thing. We have princesses coming, and we have education. We may even have Sean Busby, who is an Olympian ski boarder, coming in as a special guest. So
fantastic.
It's very exciting.
Doctor, we've seen a lot of dominoes fall in the past few years, and the steady progress against this. What's the next domino that's going to fall, do you think, that will be the next breakthrough?
I hope that it will be identifying a person who might get diabetes but hasn't got it yet. Type 1.
Type 1. So this would be like a genetic test?
That's right. Something like that. Secondly, there are too many people overweight, and they've got to get rid of that. 90% of the people with diabetes have type 2 diabetes. 10% have type 1. Type 1 is tougher to control than type 2. But you're nice and thin. You're nice and thin. People out there should be nice and thin. Then they'd be less likely to get diabetes or minimize its severity.
How close are we, do you think, to someday being able to maybe manipulate that gene so that people can avoid type 1 diabetes?
If there is such a gene for, well, type 1 diabetes, absolutely.
Okay.
Type 2 diabetes, it may be more difficult because type 2 may be a gamish of various kinds.
Okay, I'll have to remember that word. I like it. Dr. Whitehouse, Amy, thanks so much. Good luck with this summit. Again, coming up on
May 9th, and it is from 8:30 until 2 o'clock. You can pre-register right now. Our lines are open at www.michiganeast.jdrf.org, and we'd love to see everybody come out and support this.
Wayne County Community College, West Side.
All right, and we will put all that information on our Live in the D Facebook page and at clickondetroit.com as well.